Well, good evening and welcome to another Thursday evening of Let's Talk About It. Today is Thursday, December the 24th. It is Christmas Eve, and we are here sharing with you. We know that many folk are excited. I know we are excited about tomorrow, what it brings, the true meaning of Christmas, how our Savior came and was born not in a high estate, but was born in the backside of a barn. He was laid in a manger, and so we are excited about that. And we know that although the Christmas season has a lot to do that's wrapped around Santa Claus, but we're not going to get into that tonight. That's a subject for altogether different time. But we are grateful that we have the ability to come and share with you. And although it's Christmas Eve, we know that things are still happening, things are still going on. And so we want to talk about that. We have a special guest that's going to share with us this evening, a young man who is doing something great here in the city of Baltimore, reaching out to help young people. And we're going to have him as a part of our guest. And so reach out to your friends, to your neighbors, your coworkers. Let them know that we are on the air. Tell them, yes, they are on Christmas Eve night. And so we're going to get ready and talk about it. So stay tuned as we talk about it. Well, welcome, and we trust that you are ready for tomorrow's festivities. And no, I did not make a mistake when I said tomorrow's festivities. And although we are social and physical distancing because of the pandemic and things are going to be a whole lot different, we are still able to celebrate the birth of Christ. And I don't know about you, but I'm excited about the fact that if he was never born, then certainly he could have never died. Let me bring in our co-host, Dr. Davis, is with us. Dr. Davis, happy, merry, jolly Christmas Eve to you, my brother.
Thank you, sir, and I appreciate you having me on this evening, on this beautiful Christmas Eve. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow because once again, I'm celebrating the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm just excited that once again we are on this Thursday evening, and we looking forward to talking to your guests because I understand he's a young man who's about good work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to have him. He's going to be with us in just a few moments. As you know, Dr. Davis, I'm sure you probably have heard there's been another killing of an unarmed African-American man by a police officer that happened. I believe it was yesterday, either yesterday or the day before, in Columbus, Ohio. In fact, the mayor was on the news on yesterday and is calling for the officer to be removed from the department because um, it's just sad. It's sad. A young man was shot right out front of the garage. Had a cell phone in his hand. Not only did the police officer shoot him, but he did not even render any assistance to him for minutes. Minutes went by before he was any assistance was rendered to him, and the young man laid on the ground and bled out right in the driveway. And
Wow.
so it's sad. It's sad that again we're having to have this conversation about our young men and anyone, regardless of the color, but especially Black African American men that are being killed, shot and killed at the hands of police officers that are unarmed. And so that's something that we are going to have to continue to talk about. We know that there are many avenues that are being legislated right now as far as police reform. Some things are being done. However, there is still much that needs to happen. Any loss of life, Dr. Davis, any loss of life is unacceptable. Uh,
That's right.
it just seems that African American men, we are taking it and getting it dished to us at a higher percentage than other ethnic groups or people, and so we must continue to be vigilant. We must be continue to stay on our elected officials that they will do the right thing, pass the necessary laws. We must again hold our police officers and those who enable them. We must hold them accountable. It's just sad. It's just sad. And then it's not just the police officers that are killing, but then we have to hold ourselves, our own communities accountable, because we know right here in the city of Baltimore, our murder rate is escalating every day. Not only have our Black men being killed, but it seems to be an assault on women as well. Just this past weekend, several women were shot, and some died, some didn't die. But the whole thing is we have got to do something about our mentality. And so we are grateful that we do have some leaders that are not just concerned about themselves, but are concerned about the welfare and the well-being of other people. Dr. Davis, what do you have to say about that? I'm not sure. Were you able? Did you hear about it on the news about the young man that was killed in Columbus, Ohio?
No, I didn't hear about it as of yet until you just mentioned it to me. But I had already said that this was going to happen. And I said it because, once again, all around America, these Proud Boys, KKK, white supremacy groups, they're pushing it under the leadership of Donald Trump because they're trying to start a civil war. They're trying to start a war in America. That way he would stay in office once the war started. And this is what he's trying to do. He's been trying to play it off and lay back and all this stuff, but that's what he's trying to do. He lost the election. He's trying to play on this other hand now. If nothing else works, I can get a civil war going in America, and that way I'll have to stay in office because of the civil war, and they won't be able to remove me. And so, therefore, these are the things that he's trying to do. I'm just hoping and praying that the American Black families and American people of color would maintain a sensibility of not to take matters into their own hands. I'm just hoping and praying we can get up to January 20th with no conflict of nations being in the middle of a war, and stuff. But I'm just hoping we can get up to 2020, get this man out, and then start the procedures because they are looking into everything Trump have said, everything he have done, and they're going to bring charges against him. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just can't wait for this man to get out. Now, as far as Baltimore, yes, I heard about the shooting that went on down there, and there were people who got shot. I didn't know how exactly how many, but I did hear there were some women involved this time that was in the shooting, and it just hurts my heart that we have not learned yet. We have not taken the initiative to understand uh, violence only bring more violence,
Yes.
and that's the way we have to look at it because Jesus said, if you live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword. So this is the way our mentality is today, and we've got to change it. I don't know what we have to do. I don't know to what great lengths we got to go, but I just believe we got to change it somehow, some way. The mentality that we had.
Well, you're certainly right, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to bring on our guest this evening into the picture. We had the opportunity to read and to see some of his work that he has done. He has formed a foundation. It's entitled the R.I.C.H Foundation. Mr. Timothy Rich, welcome to Let's Talk About It.
How y'all doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Doing well, sir. Good to see you.
Dr.
See you as well.
Dr. Joseph Davis is co-hosting with me this evening. I had a chance to see some of the work that you were doing that was posted on Facebook, and I thought that it was important to share with our viewing audience some of what you're doing, and perhaps maybe someone that is listening or watching may want to help to support your work. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your foundation and how we got started?
Okay, my foundation is called the Rich Foundation, which stands for Reaching Innocent Children's Hearts. Actually got started during the pandemic, so we've been in existence for about 7 months or so, and we are mobile outreach. So we connect youth and families to different resources around Baltimore City, IDs, birth certificates, employment. We also do distribute 75 meals a day, about 365 for the week. We do clothes, we do hygiene bags, pretty much whatever youth and families need, trying to work on to get it for them.
Which age groups? Which age groups do you all kind of cater to? Do you have a specific age group?
Honestly, right now, the youngest that I've probably worked with was probably about 4 years old up until about 24.
Oh
Okay,
wow.
all right. Where do you receive most of your resources as far as the things that you're able to give out and to help young folk with? What are you able? How are you getting those resources?
Um, so through partnership, one of my partners is the Francesca Center. That's where I get my meals from. And through like hygiene items, clothes, and different things of that nature, just through donation. A lot of people see what I'm doing, so they contact me on Facebook or Instagram, and they tell me, look, I got this or I got that, and I make my way to go get it.
Okay, that sounds good. What sparked you to do that? What kind of gave you that initiative, that drive?
So part of my background, I worked at Department of Juvenile Services. So I worked there for almost 2.5 years. I've been in my field for 10 years, so I worked there for almost 2.5 years, and it pretty much was, I could reach a lot of the kids while they were detained. Build a great rapport with a lot of them, and then pretty much once they went home, it was like they went back to their environment. So a lot of them got killed, got serious charges, different things of that nature. So I figured, with me creating, my own nonprofit and everything like that, I could definitely reach them more because I'm in the community. I could transfer them to different resources if need be. I could get them food. I can get them clothes, different things like shelter. soap, because a lot of them they didn't know where the next meal was coming from. They hygiene was an issue for them, so that's the reason why I created the Rich Foundation.
Now, is this something that you do full time, or is this something that you do part time when you're not working your regular job? Or tell me about that.
So I'm doing this pretty much. I'm doing this full time, but I do part time work. So part time work, I do advocacy work. So I work with a lot of. I still work with the same population. I work with a lot of the kids out of from DJS. But the Rich Foundation, I'm doing Monday through Friday outreach, and then like Saturday and Sunday, maybe those days I'll schedule to pick up donations around the city.
All right. Now, I noticed I did a little research on you. I noticed you formed your foundation during the early part of this year, I believe it was.
Yes, I mean, I guess you could say, as soon as the pandemic hit, that's when I created Rich. But it was something that I've been wanting to do, and I guess it just gave me that time to really, get the necessary paperwork done and everything like that.
Right. And for those of our viewing audience that are watching, yes, I did check them out. They are with the Maryland State assessments. They currently hold a certificate in good standing with the state of Maryland Assessments Bureau. I did check them out.
Official 501c3.
Yeah, I did check them out. Now, let me ask you this question. Have you received a letter of determination from the Internal Revenue Service yet for your 501c3?
Yes.
Because most people, they don't realize they can file with the state as a nonprofit, but until you actually receive the letter, what's called a letter of determination from the IRS recognizing you as a 501c3 organization, you still are not authentically documented. So you do have that letter of determination.
Yes, I do.
Well, let me say I'm proud of you.
Thank
Because
you.
I have run into so many people that do not have that letter of determination, and it makes it difficult when people want to support their organization or their cause, because they're whatever they give, they wind up not having it to be really tax deductible.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show some photos of some things that you did this week. I believe you did some of these things you did on yesterday. So I'm going to show some of those photos, and as I go through them, you can kind of tell us what we are looking at.
Okay.
Because I wanted the people to see the work that you're doing, so that they would have no problem supporting that work, because I believe that it is a good work. All right, so here we have you with some other people.
Yeah.
Where are you at in the city in this location?
So I am right on Bel Air Road, 2401. I'm right in the Food Depot parking lot.
Okay. All right. I'm very familiar with that. That's across the street from the golf course.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm very familiar with that. And so that's where you normally meet your people, or is that where you were for that day?
So that's where I was for that day. That was actually my our first annual toy drive and coat drive. So we gave away toys, coats, hats, scarves, gloves, few pair of new shoes, new clothes. It was a little bit of everything.
Okay. And so this was a van that was there. Is this somebody that brought you some items, or this was somebody coming to retrieve some stuff?
Yeah, so this was actually another organization called Smiles for the Homeless. They actually brought several dozen toys to help out.
Okay. And I think I was reading in your post that you had helped over or somewhere around 300 families. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Over 300 youth and families showed up on December 19th. And everybody walked away with a brand new toy. I'm actually redoing another coat drive, but everybody walked away just about with a brand new coat. So we gave about 150 brand new coats and stuff.
Okay, so this was food that was involved here as well.
Yes, sir. They were produce boxes.
Okay, so I'm showing this because I want our viewers to see some of the work that you're doing. And then these were some of the people that came to get some of the items that you had.
Yes, they were. That's the table that was giving out hats, gloves, scarves, and new socks, brand new socks.
Okay. Uh, and who is this young lady that's here? Is she someone that came to receive some things, or is she bringing some things for you to give out?
She was a young lady who contacted me on Facebook, who has been nothing but a blessing to the Rich Foundation. She actually brought brand new clothes and a few toys and stuff.
Okay,
And she has been in contact with me ever since.
that is outstanding. Now let me just ask you: have you ever thought about or t- contacting the cleaners? Because they have coats that they and clothing that they have that people don't come back and pick up. And so I've known of cases where they have given the clothes and stuff away to nonprofit organizations to be able to give away to people in need. Is that something that you've tried in the past, or you found that it worked, or it didn't work, or you never thought about it, or anything like that?
Actually, this is my first time hearing it. So I guess after we get off of this interview, I'll definitely will put that on my checklist. Be something to do come the first of the year.
Yeah. But yeah, that's because they have people that put clothes in the cleaners and never come back and get them
Right.
for whatever reason. And so the cleaners are stuck with them. And what they'll do is a lot of times they give them to churches, homeless shelters, and stuff like that. So you might be able to pick up some things. And the good thing about it is the items are cleaned.
Right.
They're already cleaned. So they're happy to get them out of their place so that they could have room for other people that are coming. And so this is just some more pictures of people that are lined up, waiting to receive things. You got quite a few people in line there.
Yes, that those like I said on my one of my posters, those pictures do no justice. I mean, that line was wrapped all the way around by the bus stop, and I had a chance to talk to just about everybody. I gave them a little bit of direction, but it was a blessing.
And that's outstanding. And are you finding that most of the people that are coming are masked up? I do see most of them here are masked.
Yes. And even if they weren't, at each table we had hand sanitizer and we had masks for them if they didn't have any.
Okay. Dr. Davis, you have any questions you want to ask Mr. Rich while I go through some of these pictures?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I do. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Rich, so glad to have you and meet you for the first time. And I think you're about a good work, and I'm praying and hoping you can continue it. Are you doing this by yourself, or you have a team of employees or people that work with you? How's that work?
So right now I have a few volunteers and I'm building my team as I go along. I didn't just want to put anybody in place and say you take this role, you take this role. Like no, so I wanted to actually build my team step by step, and I have a lot of great volunteers who been donating and just want to be a part of it. So it's kind of like not slow rolling it, but just um kind of taking my time with it, making sure that they're a perfect fit for Rich, and they want to see the Rich Foundation go to another level and do more for the youth and families.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Because I was just wondering about it. That's a lot of work for one man. But if you have a team in place and you going through thoroughly, because everybody don't know how to deal with the public, and I'm glad you taking your time to make sure that the people that's going to be on your team knows how to deal with the public and what have you. So, as I said, you're about a good work. And so the other thing I wanted to ask you was, once again, um, people that donate, is there a certain place they take the clothes to, or they call you, or notify you on email, or how does that work?
So anybody who wants to donate clothes, anything, they can contact me. My direct number is on our website. They can contact me on Instagram, Facebook. Our drop off location is actually 3101 Longview, right off of Bel Air Road.
All right, all
Certain
right.
hours? Is there certain hours that someone is there to receive those items, or do you have to call and make an appointment? Or
Um, you can. I mean, the hours you pretty much eight to eight.
okay. So right now, what would you say is the biggest item or the biggest help that you need to be able to continue to do the work that you're doing?
Of course, right now, anything will help. Anything will help the Rich Foundation. Clothes, shoes, hygiene items, soap, deodorant, um, just pretty much. I mean, it's like basic needs that the youth and families have. So, if you want to donate clothes, you want to donate shoes, gently used, um, pants, t-shirts, socks, uh, of course, boxes, but brand new. But anything will help these youth and his families.
Now, are most of these young people, are most of them with their families, or are they in rehab places, or are they in foster homes, or are they on the street, or where are the majority of these people that you're helping? Where are they at?
Um, majority of them are home. Some of them are on the street. Some of them are in foster care. Some of them in transitional houses. I mean, I deal with a lot of. I guess you could. I deal with a lot of at-risk youth. Shall you say? Shall I say? That's what a lot of people call them. So, and I just do my best to help them any way I can. Any way I can support them with any type of resource, then that's what I want to do.
Now, outside of just giving them a coat or a hat or gloves or scarf or hygiene items, and pointing them in the direction of resources, do you what kind of guidance are you giving these individuals? Because I noticed when I was reading about your foundation, it was saying that you meet these young folk where they are in the barbershops, on the streets, or wherever they are. You meet them where they are. So my question is, where what other what other advice or what instruction or what are you sharing with them other than just giving them these items?
So when I say meet them where they are, I meet them where they are, and if they need extra assistance, then I'm going to take them where they need to go. So if I meet you at the basketball court and you need an ID and we scheduled to go get an ID and you don't got to wait there, then I'm gonna take you there. I'm gonna make sure you get it. Same for social security card, birth certificate, job interview. Go fill out the application. That's me. That's what I'm gonna do.
So basically, you are also kind of like a mentor then.
Yes.
Uh, how do you guide them as far as doing what's right? Because
Um.
trouble will find you. You don't have to go
Yeah.
looking for trouble. Trouble to find you.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of the times when a lot of my kids are going through stuff, they'll reach out. And if they reach out, we'll have conversations, or if need be, if to prevent them from doing something that's going to harm them in the future, I'll get up out my bed, I'll go meet them, I'll go talk to them, I'll go pick them up, I'll ride them around to either cool them off or remove them away from the situation.
And how do you think that the response from the things that you're trying to tell them that's right and handling situations in the right way? What is the response? Because I know sometimes young people can be difficult to kind of hear what you're trying to say, especially if you have not won over their confidence.
Right. So the main thing, well, one of the main things for me is when we first meet, we start building that rapport. I can't do. They not going to trust me unless they know that I'm consistent. We got that understanding with one another. So that's how I do it. So I take that time to build that rapport with them, let them know they can trust me, Be consistent. Be somebody that they can talk to. When they call, you pick up the phone, and whether I need to be an ear or whether I need to show my presence.
Now, you say you need to establish that understanding. Now, that understanding is I'm going to tell you what's right, whether you want to hear it or not, or is that understanding I'm just going to listen to you and I'm not going to really get too far in it. I'm just going to listen to you and let you talk, but I'm going to give you the right instruction. How do you set and establish those parameters when you meet up with someone?
Well, as the young kids say, you gotta keep it real.
Yes.
So if I can't be real with you, then you're going to weed out the fake and the phony. So I gotta be upfront and honest. I gotta tell you, how it is. I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear to, cater to your ego or none of that. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna tell you how it is, how it's supposed to be. And if you don't like it, then of course we're gonna have to have an uncomfortable conversation. But that's just how it go.
And how does the parents relate to you as it relates to what you're doing for them?
Well, I guess when a lot of parents see me for the first time, they be like, "Wow, you're young. I didn't think you were, the age that you are." And but a lot of parents take very well to me. I mean, I come in, I lay it down, and I tell them like, "Okay, well, this is what it's going to be, and I'm gonna need your assistance with this," and that's how we go about things.
Now, do you actually have a written down structured program for what you do? Let's say a step by step, systematic way from meeting a young person for the first time all the way through, let's say, 2 or 3 year relationship. Do you have anything that's documented or written program that you could show to somebody and say, "This is what I do. This is how I do it. This is what happens when I meet a person the first time. This is typically what I try to extract from them and what I try to give them as far as the dialogue and conversation." Then we go from that to now, and I want to meet their guardian. Their guardian may or may not be their biological parent. It could be a foster parent. It could be somebody that's staying in a shelter or somebody that's in a group home. So you have anything that's kind of written and structured. And the reason that I'm asking is because I've been ministering now for over 30 years. I'm like you. I've been out there. I've helped. I'm retired from the Baltimore City Fire Department. I've worked with a lot of churches. I've worked with a lot of groups. So I'm a structured kind of person. And so I'm always trying to see what does a foundation or an organization or a group, what is your plan of action? Not just talking about it. Do you actually have a written plan of action that somebody can sit down and look at and say, "Oh, this looks good. This sounds good. I can see why it's working." Do
Right.
you have anything like that, or you
So
in the
as of right now, that is like I'm still working on as far as my programming and stuff. But when I meet a lot of young people, the first thing I tell them is give me three goals that you want to accomplish. And within these three goals, I'll say in about 30 to 60 days, you know, everything will be done. So, like a lot of kids don't have bank accounts, some don't have IDs. Like I said, a lot of them want employment, don't have a resume. So these are things that I'm working on. I tell them, give me their top three goals. We're gonna accomplish these, and then we're gonna make up three more, and we go on it, so on and so forth.
Now, do you have some type of business that works with your students, with you, as far as developing and creating their resumes?
Yeah, so I have a few resources that I can personally reach out to and let them know. Look, I have this youth doesn't have much experience but has some type of experience in the work field, and I'll call them up and tell them, look, I need a resume done for this young man or this young woman, and they get right back to me and have it done within 24 hours.
Okay. Now, one of our viewers, they sent in a comment, and they want to know. I know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you. They say, "Can you send money to the organization?" And I'm sure your answer is
Yes,
yes.
yes, you can.
And
So
what is the best way to send resources, financial resources? Is it by, because I know a lot of people nowadays do stuff like Cash App. You know, they do stuff where they have all kinds of financial programs and
yes.
stuff like that. Then you got some people that are now I'm gonna tell you the truth. Sometimes I don't use all of those modern convenience. I'm old school, especially when I'm dealing with it from my business. You know,
Mhm.
I'm gonna write a check from the business
Right.
because my business needs to show that it's accountable. You know, not that we can't do it through Cash App or something like that, but it's just
Mhm.
a business way of
Right.
doing things. So, what is your preferred method to receive funds? And if it's whatever it is, let us know.
Okay. So three ways, or well, two ways, three ways you could do it. You can do Cash App. So the Rich Foundation has Cash App, which is the money sign Rich Foundation 2019.
Okay, hold on a minute. I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna do this right now while you give it to me. I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna do this right now. So you say it's the money sign,
Yes.
and then what?
Rich
R.I.C.H.
Foundation
FOUNDATION
2019.
2019.
Yep.
And this is your Cash App,
Yes, sir.
right? Let me put that right here. And I'm going to show you how we do things here.
Okay.
Show you how we do things here. How about that? Is that
Yes,
it?
sir. Yes, sir.
That's it right there?
Yes, sir.
How's that? How's that for technology?
Hey, that's great. That's great.
Okay, so if they have a Cash App, if they Cash App people, they
Mm-hmm.
can Cash App you to that Cash App, and it'll go right to your foundation's account.
Account. Yes, it will. And they can also go to our website and donate that way as well.
Okay, and your website. Let me see. I think I got it here. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I got it. I think I got it somewhere here. Let me see. Website. Website is copy and go back here. All right. And let's see. I'm trying to make sure I get all
Okay.
your stuff up there. All right. How about that? That's your website?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, you got it.
I got it right there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you said you had three ways. So that's two ways. What's the third?
So the rich all of the funds goes into an account. So if they want to write a check, they can write it out to the Rich Foundation, Reaching Innocent Children's Hearts, and the check will be deposited into the account.
Okay. But so do they mail you have a mailing address or
Yes.
they can get that off the website?
Yes, they can. I can give them the mailing address. It's the same as the drop off location. So it's 3101.
Okay, hold on. Let me I'm trying to I don't have my assistant with me this evening. Um so uh so I'm kind of doing some things. Okay.
Okay.
Let me get back to that. All right, so trying to all right, so you say it's 3101
01 Lawnview Avenue.
LA
LAWNVIEW.
LAWNDIEW Avenue
Yes, sir.
AVE. And what's the zip?
21213.
21213.
Yep.
Okay, so let me see if I can get this to show up the way I want it to.
And the address is also on our website as well.
Also on the website as well. Let me see. Let's see, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? I may have messed up. I may have messed up. But anyway, I tell you what, if anybody that wants information about the foundation's information is up on the screen, or any of our viewers that might want to reach out to me. Let me see, somebody else put something up here. Not sure. Yes. So if anybody that can't is trying to reach them and can't reach them, certainly you can reach out to me, and I will certainly get their information to you. Mr. Rich, I want to kind of follow up with you perhaps after the holiday, because I want to kind of meet with you, or at least we can do a Zoom meeting.
Okay.
And with Dr. Davis, if your schedule permits, to see what we can do to further assist you.
Okay.
As far as like today, getting the word out, letting people know that you're out there, that you're helping, that you're doing. Because some of our people that are viewing us may have family members that are having issues, and they may be struggling. Parents may be struggling on how to reach them.
Yes.
And so you may be a resource for them. The other thing that I want to do is when you're having something, if I know about it, I want to be able to come and at least do a report on you, on what you're doing. Another way of helping to get the word out.
Right.
Because now we do this broadcast, this live stream every Thursday at 8 p.m.
Okay.
We are streaming live right now on YouTube and on Facebook. And so we do this every Thursday. And so right now you're live. This is not pre-recorded. You are live. You are right there. People are getting to see you. And just like, some of the people did, they can send in comments and questions that they may have for you. But we want to make sure that we do what we can do to try to help you. So the Cash App information is back up on the screen. We want to make sure that we get that information to you, because I know that's almost instantaneously. Somebody can help, they can support you and go through Cash App, and you get it right away.
Yes.
So the other thing is, there may be some things that I can help you with, or connect you with, or provide some support for you in some other areas. Because Dr. Davis, he pastors a church here in the Baltimore area and has been in the Baltimore area for a long time. I'm actually not pastoring, but I'm a member of a church in East Baltimore, not too far from where you are, at Israel Baptist Church. We have a large outreach program, and we do a lot of things. But then I also know other people, and I do other things with other organizations.
Okay.
I have a catering business. And so we may have some resources we may be able to assist you with from time to time because of our vendors. So I do want to reach out to you after the holidays is over to see what I can do, or what Dr. Davis or this particular live stream, what Let's Talk About It can do, to kind of help further what you do to make a difference in the community. I know it's Christmas Eve. I know you got a lot going on. I know you probably been out all day and probably trying to help some folk, and your family's probably trying to get a little time from you. So we're not going to hold you too much longer. But on this Christmas Eve, let me say thank you for the work that you're doing. Also, I found out that one of a good friend of mine, another clergy member, Minister Jeff,
Yes.
the nurse, he told me, he said, "That's my brother. I was going to have you on tonight." And he said, "That's my brother." I said, "Is that your real brother?" He said,
I seen that.
he said, "We like real brothers." He said, "But he's a good man." So he vouched for you. So that's another reason why I kind of reached out reached out to try to help you. One of our viewers, and I'm gonna put it up. One of our viewers, this is what the comment she sent in, and rather than me telling you, I thought I'd let you read it for yourself. What somebody is saying. Thank you, Mr. Rich, for the good work. And I know sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes we don't see. We do a lot of work, hard work behind the scenes, and we don't get a lot of people to pat us on the back. We don't get a lot of people to tell us that we're doing a good job. We don't get a lot of people to say, keep up the good work. We don't get a lot of people to say, well, how can I help you?
Yes.
You know, we'll get a lot of people sometimes that want to tell us what to do when they not in what we doing. But you know, that's why I try to find out the nuts and bolts about what somebody's doing, so that I don't have to get into that. You know, if you got something and it's working for you, then fine. What can I do? If I show up, regardless of my experience and know how, if I'm showing up to help, then I'm showing up to help. It ain't about my title as a reverend. It ain't about me being anything else. I'm here to help. If we need to move a box, I can move a box. If we need to do something, I can do that. But the thing is, we don't get enough people to say thank you. We don't get enough people to say thank you. And so I want to say thank you for the work that you're doing, for the young folk that you are helping. Now, all of those people that we saw in those pictures, do you get contact information from any of those people?
So at that time, it was like I was very, very busy. So I was like, I guess you could say help coordinate the lines and stuff like that. And then I had to be the ones to also take the pictures of the kids and stuff.
Right.
So at that time, no, but it was like for a lot of them, I told them, look, here's my contact information. I need y'all to reach out to me and contact me. But I didn't get anybody's contact information. It was so busy. And honestly, I really wasn't expecting it to turn out like it did. But it was really, really a blessing. A lot of families showed up. And it was like the first person that was in line was all the way from Columbia. And she was there at 10:30 in the morning. And the event didn't start till 2 o'clock.
Wow. She must really needed some help.
Yeah, so
Must really needed some help. And it's gotta be rewarding. It's gotta be a good feeling to know that you're helping somebody, and then that the work that you're doing is not going in vain. You know, you go through all that work and nobody show up. You know, that can kind of be disheartening.
yes.
You know, but you go through all that work and then people show up to get the stuff, you know, and then perhaps, you know, you run out towards you get to
Yeah,
the
come back home with nothing. It was amazing.
you know. So that's good. That's good.
Yes.
Dr. Davis, anything else you want to say to Mr. Rich?
Yeah, I just want to commend him again and once again tell you keep up the good work. I concur with what Mason have said. We're going to try to meet with you because once again, we want to help you. And then there are other people that we know. There are other churches and pastors that we know that might want to work together along with us to help you so you can be successful in what you're doing. Because once again, you're putting a lot into it. And once again, you as one man, it like you said, it kept you busy doing this, that, and the other. So we want to help you in every way we can and do all we can to push you along because once again, I say you are about a good work and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Merry
I
Christmas.
really appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you.
What is the next thing that you have scheduled? The next event? Do you have anything already scheduled?
So, due to a few families not getting coats and stuff, during the Xmas giveaway on the 19th, I'm planning another giveaway, and it's probably going to run around the 21st of January. So I'm taking in donations for coats, but then it'll be more than coats, just coats. It'll be other stuff like hygiene bags for men, women, whatever. Pretty much, I have so much stuff in the house, so it'll be more shoes, more clothes. But it is mainly that coat drive for those, people who didn't get it and whoever else want to show up to get a coat.
Okay. Well, certainly before then, we will have hopefully we'll have been able to contact each other.
Oh yes, yes.
Had some good dialogue. Dr. Davis and I are part of a couple of different organizations, and maybe we can get them to kind of get some of their people, their members from their churches, possibly to come out. Maybe some seniors that are not working that maybe can come, maybe just sit at the table. Maybe they can take people's information for you. Maybe we can have some information cards when people are lined up in the line. We can have maybe, and it's just an idea,
Oh
have
yeah.
boards with information cards on it that people can fill out while they're in line. So by the time they get to the table, they can just hand the clipboard to whoever's there, and you got the information. So that's just some ideas, and we'll talk about some things that we can do. It's Christmas Eve. What would you say? What would you say to people that are watching right now? What would be your Christmas message or your word of encouragement to them? What would you say?
Um, right now, Christmas Eve, I would just say, do something to bless somebody else. My Christmas, yes, it's for my kids and stuff like that, but I don't need nothing. I got everything I needed on the 19th, giving back to youth and families in need, and it made my day. So that was my Christmas gift.
All right. Well, certainly, I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to share with us your foundation. Certainly, you know how to reach me. I know how to reach you. But let's certainly make sure that we get together, probably either right after Christmas, so we can do a preliminary meeting. We can do a Zoom meeting. I know with COVID, folk are not getting together and stuff, but we can do a Zoom meeting where we can really talk about some things, so that we can get in place to assist you with what you're planning to do come January. Again, I want to say thank you. I want to applaud you for what you do. Keep up the good work. Certainly, we hope that some of our viewers that are watching will reach out to you. If nothing else, send you something to help with your purchase of coats and stuff like that, and your supplies, so that you can be able to be a blessing to other families. Once again, Mr. Rich, thank you to you and your family. Have a very Merry Christmas, and we look forward to seeing and talking to you very soon. Be blessed.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. To the young lady, tell her I say I really, really appreciate that. That means a lot. The small things keep me motivated, keep me going. So thank you.
All right. She's listening. She's watching. I don't have to tell her for you. She heard you, because she's right. She's viewing. She's one of our regular viewers and supporters. So she heard you say what you just said.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Miss Wiley, is it Miss Wiley?
Wow. Yes.
Thank you, Miss Wiley. I really appreciate that.
All right, sir. And let me see somebody else. Let me see somebody else just said something. Uh,
Sharetha.
Miss Mason. Thank you, Miss Mason. Really, thank you, thank you.
so I think I like to show people what people are saying rather than me telling you. At least you get to see what
Mhm.
somebody else is saying. So you see, people are watching.
Yes,
People
yes.
are watching, and I encourage you. I mean, we each Thursday we're on. We do things. We talk about stuff as we started out at the beginning of the show, talking about what happened with the shootings, and we talk about what goes on in Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and even around the nation. We do voter registration and stuff like that. So we're all about helping the community, keeping the information out there, because unfortunately, the mainstream media is not going to always tell our story.
Yes.
They're not going to always give us the time that we need. They're not going to put us in touch with the right people. And so what we try to do is try to be that resource. We started doing this live stream as a result of COVID. We started doing this in May of this year. And we've been on just about every Thursday through since we started. Now, we've had senators on. We've had a person's business people on. We've had lawyers on. We've had um, Baltimore County Executive Johnny O has been on. And so, we're not the big dog out there, But every now and then we get Dr. Davis and I get a chance to bow wow.
Yeah.
But it won't always be like this.
Mm-hmm.
Won't always be like this. One day we'll we'll be up there. Sister Wally responded to you, said you're welcome. See, people they interact, our folk interact.
Tell them I love it. I love it. I love it, Miss Wiley. Thank you so much. And actually, my kids got y'all on the TV over there.
Oh, is that right? Hey, all right. See, now that's what we talking about. That's
Yeah,
what we're talking about.
yeah,
That's
they
what we
got y'all on the big screen.
Yeah, you boy, look at you. You blowing up. You blowing up already. All you need now is some resources.
Yes.
If you have the opportunity and somebody said, how much do you need to be able to do what you need to do in January? What number would you put on it? Now, think before you answer. Realistically,
Realistically,
what number would you need if somebody wanted to give you a financial donation to your foundation? What would it take for you to accomplish what you want to accomplish?
at least $700.
$700.
Yes, sir.
$700 will help you to be what you need to do.
Yes.
All right. Dr. Davis, you heard that?
Yes, sir. I heard it.
All right. So to all of our viewers, those who are watching, Mr. Rich, the Rich Foundation is helping young folk. You've seen the pictures. You've got information about his website. You can check him out on your own if you don't want to take my word for it. But he needs $700. $700. He needs it by the second week. He can't wait till the day before the day he needs to do it. He needs it by the second week of January. So you wants to do this on the 21st of January?
Yes, sir.
Right? So let's just say 10 days before that would be the 11th of January. So he needs to have his $700 by the 11th of January. Let me pull up my calendar real quick because I know I want to let you go. But what I want to do is bring you back on so you can give us an update. The 11th of January is a Monday. It's the second Monday. So we'll be on the 14th.
Okay.
If you can, we'll try to have you back on the 14th to give us an update on where you are and what else you need for us to help you. How about that?
Okay, that works for me.
That work?
Yes, sir.
Tell your administrator to put you down that you'll be on the show on the second Thursday in January to give us an update so that we can see if we've reached our goal.
Okay.
And in the meantime, we'll be talking and we'll be discussing.
Okay, I appreciate it.
All right. And
Thanks for having me.
Have a Merry Christmas to you and your family, you and your young folk. I know they're excited about Santa coming to see him.
Yes. Yes.
And so we want to say Merry Christmas to you and thank you again for all the work that you do.
Thank you again. Merry Christmas to y'all. Merry Christmas to all the families out there. Y'all have a blessed one.
All right. You too. Goodbye. Good night.
Good night.
All right. Dr. Davis, well, you've seen it.
Yes, sir.
It's always good to have the opportunity to see people doing good things.
Yes, sir.
Especially young people
Yes,
that are helping other young people. And that's really what it's all about. We commend this young man and those persons who are working with him. We're going to do what we can to partner with him, and you and I talk. But I'm trusting that God will help us. God will empower us to help him reach his goal. I don't have any doubt in my mind, Dr. Davis. I don't have no doubt in my mind. I don't have any doubt in my mind.
That's right.
Because we know
I don't have any doubt in my mind.
Huh?
I don't have a doubt in my mind that God ain't going to see us through. He will see us through.
That's right. That's right. And so that's what it's all about. Certainly we can't help everybody, but certainly we can help somebody along the way. And we think that what he's doing is a good effort. He's got young children that's seeing what he's doing. They can be proud of their father, that their father
Yep.
not just looking out for them, but is looking out for other people. Well, Dr. Davis, it's time to go. It's
Yes,
time,
sir.
and our Christmas is here. Just a few hours, it'll be Christmas.
Yep.
Santa's not gonna come see me. I'm gonna light a fire in the fireplace.
I
So
heard that.
I'm gonna light a fire in the fireplace, Dr. Davis. I ain't gotta
Yes,
wear.
sir.
But certainly we're grateful. We want to say again, happy birthday to you. You just celebrated a birthday a couple of days ago. We want
Yes,
to say
sir.
happy birthday to you, and may God continue to bless you and your family. Have a Merry Christmas, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, sir. See you on the other side of Christmas.
All right, sir.
That's your birthday.
Yes, sir.